Welcome. Before I get into this, I would like to ask a question that serves as a baseline to gauge more or less where you're at. If you remember your Sunday school, you might get this pretty easily. How many of each animal did Moses bring aboard the ark? If you guessed 2 or 7, I'm sorry, but that's not it. For you see, Moses didn't bring any animals aboard the ark. If you don't know the difference between Moses and Noah, then you might want to stick around. I bet you didn't know that Noah was the first person born after Adam died, which is probably why he was named Noah, which means rest. In other words, he would bring rest from the curse of the ground that came with Adam. There were 10 generations from Adam to Noah. Let me say that again. There were 10 generations from Adam to Noah, and 10 generations from Noah to Abraham. But did you know that Abraham and Noah were alive at the same time? Yes, that's right. Abraham was 58 years old when Noah died. You can have a look at the chart. Abraham was also the first Hebrew, from the root meaning to cross over. Ivri is how you pronounce Hebrew in Hebrew, but in Hebrew there is no mention that they speak Hebrew. Also in Hebrew, me means who, and who means he, and he means she. So good luck trying to learn that language. Another interesting fact about Abraham is that he was born in 1948, actually 1,948 years after Adam. And ironically, Israel became a nation again in 1948. For you see, God told Abraham, or Abram as he was called then, to leave his home and go to the land which would later become Israel. So he set out and crossed over the Euphrates, trusting in the word of God, leaving his old life behind. Are you ready to cross over? Now, before you start thinking Abraham's life was all rainbows and sunshine, no sirree. God was about to go to town on this guy by asking him to sacrifice his only son, which is strange because he actually had 2 sons. Now you have to ask yourself, will God really do for you what you're not willing to do for others? For you see, when Isaac asked about the sacrifice, he said that God would provide. And even if he didn't, he was willing to go all the way. As it says, the 2 went on together, as in one mind.
There's no need to be frightened, Isaac. There's no need. Isaac, you know that's a biblical name?
Yes, sir.
God said to Abraham, give me your son, show me you were willing to sacrifice the one thing
Most precious to you, and Abraham was willing. You know what's always impressed me about that story?
It isn't Abraham's sacrifice, it's Isaac's.
Because tradition says that Isaac was actually 37 years old at the time, which is around the time his mother died, right after these events, and no way could this have gone forward if Isaac wasn't on board. Now this all took place on Mount Moriah, and did you know that is where the temple was built, the great and mighty temple, the Holy of Holies, the one that housed the Ark of the Covenant? That's right. This was the spot where Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac. Well, I'm sure you have a very short attention span, so I think I'm just gonna leave it there. The end of chapter 1. I hope you enjoyed listening. See you later.
Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where